Now, there's something which I've consistently said on this platform, that in politics, nothing happens out of mere coincidence. Everything in politics is normally well planned, well scripted, and executed to achieve specific political objectives. Is Mukhisa Kituyi planning to run for the presidency of the Republic of Kenya in 2022? Or is someone trying to push Mukhisa Kituyi to contest for the presidency? That's the question which most Kenyans are currently asking. Because in the past few months and now weeks, the name Mukhisa Kituyi is actually emerging in Kenyan politics.
Send to Kenyans a new presidential candidate for 2022. For the avoidance of doubt, let it be clear to everyone that, yes, the former Minister for Trade and Industry and the current United Nations Conference on Trade and Development General Secretary is the latest entrant in the 2022 presidential bid. We, the Brussels mobilizers, partners, and believers in the unparalleled leadership of Dr Mukhisa Kituyi are on the ground in all the 47 counties of this country and are already receiving warm and positive reception reports on the acceptance of the terrorist intention.
Is he planning to run for the presidency? That's the biggest question.
No, I know what you're asking me. Yes. Yeah, whether I'm seeking to be president of Kenya or not. Yes. That is what you are. Yes. I have set up an exploratory team. I've been consulting a lot of friends from all parts of the country. And my jury is still out. But increasingly there's a chance that I will join the fray when I do international public service.
Now, for us to understand or to answer that question, we must ask ourselves three questions. Who is Mukhisa Kituyi? What are his chances of becoming the next president of the Republic of Kenya? And if Mukhisa Kituyi is being pushed by Raila Odinga and President Uhuru Kenyatta, what is their game plan? For us to understand all those, we must also understand what Mukhisa Kituyi has been saying in the recent past.
And public finances are treated like personal resources in a country that had a very, very mature accountability mechanism. Reclaim that. We are working with government to strengthen a commitment to Agenda 2030, inclusion, curb theft, curb illicit flows out of public resources. When Kituyi leaves the UN and becomes a free citizen of Kenya, talking his opinion properly, I'll be party of the large number of Kenyans who say we must put the thieving nation behind us. And I will dedicate the rest of my life in helping to prove that this country has enough citizens who can say enough is enough and who can never be held hostage by thieves and other criminals forever.
You are a country where a public person who is known to be stealing taxpayers' money comes to church and makes a donation of 5 million shillings. And the priest asks people to bend, go down to the knees and pray to God. Thank God, Mungu Baba, tukushukuru sana vile ulitutunukia mgeni, mwenyewe ulimleta akatusaidia. Mungu, fungua njia zake ziwe bana. Mungu, wewe mwenyewe unajua pahali alizitoa hizi, muongezee uwezo atoe uko zaidi ili atusaidie zaidi. You are asking God to help him double the stealing.
8 million shillings here, and then we will send another 2 million.
I don't know what God feels about you when you use a preacher man to do this kind of thing. Yeah. You are mainstreaming thieving, and you're even asking God to help thieves steal more. Yeah.
But who is Mukhisa Kituyi? Mukhisa Kituyi is the Secretary General of the United Nations Conference on Trade and Development. Mukhisa Kituyi is a former member of parliament for Kimilili constituency. Mukhisa Kituyi first contested in 1992. He was aged 36 by that time. And Mukhisa Kituyi shocked the entire nation by defeating one of the KANU strong guys in Bungoma County during that time, Elijah Mwangale. Mukhisa Kituyi was running on a Ford Kenya ticket. Elijah Mwangale was the KANU big boy in the region. But Mukhisa Kituyi emerged the winner. He garnered 86% of the votes during that time. And according to those who understand the politics of this country, and politics being a dirty game the way it is alleged that Mukhisa Kituyi was actually sponsored by the late George Saitoti. Because George Saitoti had gathered that Elijah Mwangale, Moi had a bit of preference for Elijah Mwangale, and there was a chance that Moi was going to appoint Elijah Mwangale as the vice president of the Republic of Kenya. So to avert that, George Saitoti sponsored or supported the candidature of Mukhisa Kituyi. Mukhisa Kituyi was on Ford Kenya, which was also a very strong force in Bungoma County by that time. So he sponsored him. And that's how Elijah Mwangale was defeated. And after the defeat of Elijah Mwangale, Moi was really shocked. And now he didn't have any serious contact in Bungoma County. And that's actually how Moses Wetangula also found himself in politics. Because after Mwangale was defeated, Moi then decided to nominate Moses Wetangula as a member of parliament. He nominated him as a member of parliament. So that's how Moses Wetangula also found himself in politics. So Mukhisa Kituyi was elected in 1992. He was again re-elected in 1997. Again, he was re-elected in 2002 under NAC now. And after that, he was appointed the Minister for Trade and Industry during Kibaki era, during the entire period. Remember, in his first term as a member of parliament, Mukhisa Kituyi was also the chief whip of Ford Kenya. So his politics has been a success. But in 2013, not 2013, in 2007, Mukhisa Kituyi was actually defeated by Eseli Simim. So that's how politics is. Because he stuck with Mwai Kibaki. Mwai Kibaki was in PNU now, NAC had died. And now ODM had actually emerged in Bungoma County. And there were also several other political parties. There was New Ford Kenya, there was Ford Kenya, there was PNU, all political parties. And he was defeated in 2007. And after the defeat in 2007, between 2007 and 2012, he served as an advisor to between 2007 and 20, between 2008, sorry. Now, between 2008 and 2012, Mukhisa Kituyi then served as an expert advising the presidents of the nations on East Africa on regional economic links. That was between 2007, because he had been defeated, and up to 2013. And again, in 2013, he decided to contest, because now Uhuru Kenyatta was coming on board, so he decided to contest for the senatorial seat. Because remember, the constitution had been changed. And most former reformists, including James Orengo, Kiraitu Murungi, most of them had actually opted to run for the senatorial seat. So Mukhisa Kituyi also opted to run for the senator for Bungoma County. And again, here he was defeated by Moses Wetangula, who had actually joined Quad Coalition. So that's the political history of this man. And after that 2013 election, which he was actually embarrassed because he garnered 22,000 votes, and Moses Wetangula garnered 158,000 votes. After that election, because he was close to the president then decided to help him, because there was a chance at the UN conference on trade and development. The Secretary General was retiring. So the president, with the help of the president, he contested and he was elected to serve. And that's how Mukhisa Kituyi has been serving up to today. But of late, there's been this talk of Mukhisa Kituyi running for the presidency of the Republic of Kenya. And that discussion is actually heated in this country, because so many Kenyans are actually tired with the current leaders. So they are wishing for a fresh start. That's why the name of Mukhisa Kituyi is attractive to them. The name Kivutha Kibwana is attractive to them. But in my view, I think the prospect of Mukhisa Kituyi becoming the president of the Republic of Kenya is there, but depends on several factors. The first factor is the lawyer factor. Because he's a lawyer, lawyers have numbers, and the politics of this country is actually tribal. That's the reality. So he can actually succeed based on that. He can easily be fronted. And if he's fronted, he will come with the lawyer votes. Number two, Kenyans are actually pushing for change. They want someone who is not tainted. Mukhisa Kituyi is not really tainted in this country, because by the time he was leaving the political scene, corruption and the rest had not really rooted themselves within our political ecosystem. Number three, he has international networks, because he has served in this capacity. This guy has really interacted with international leaders, so he has actually made friends locally and internationally just because of his current throne. Number four, this guy is actually reform-oriented. He's one of the people who fought for the liberations of this country. He's one of the golden era guys, the group of Raila Odinga, the group of Paul Mwite, the group of James Orengo, Kireiti Murungi, Kivuta Kibwana, Martha Karua. You can talk of Gitobu Imanyara, that golden era guys. So he's one of them. So when it comes to reforms, he's also part of it. But the question is, can he succeed in becoming the president of the Republic of Kenya? And is it possible that his candidature is actually being pushed by external forces, by President Uhuru Kenyatta and by Raila Odinga? Because I was reading the papers today, and I witnessed one of the dailies, there was the candidature of Mukhisa Kituyi. And I asked myself, is this guy being pushed by President Uhuru Kenyatta? And what is the objective? Let us look at the game plan. Why probably this guy is being pushed to contest for the presidency. Number one, Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga, let's give them their dues. Raila has said he's not running, has not said that he's going to run. Uhuru Kenyatta has said severally that the handshake he had with Raila Odinga was not about 2022. And he has also maintained that his choice for 2022 will suppress Kenyans. And within the political corridors, there's also the talk that Raila and Uhuru might actually agree to support someone else. And the name Fred Okengo Matiang'i has been emerging for a long time. And now the name Mukhisa Kituyi is also emerging. So in my view, this guy can actually be fronted as a compromise candidate for 2022 in case Raila Odinga and Uhuru Kenyatta will decide that they are going to support someone else. But of course, Raila Odinga is also likely to contest for the presidency. I don't know how the equation is going to play out there. But should the two agree to front someone else, then I don't see any reason why Mukhisa Kituyi might not be that candidate. So in that case where Uhuru and Raila are not running, Mukhisa Kituyi has a chance of becoming the next president of the Republic of Kenya. Of course, you can't also rule out Fred Okengo Matiang'i. Number two, it is also my considered opinion that Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga are also keen on creating regional leaders. And that's why the deputy president, while in Mombasa over the weekend, was very clear that it's not the time to create regional leaders. So these two gentlemen probably wants to create regional leaders. And for those who've been following the politics of this country, there was this coup in Fort Kenya. And the coup in Fort Kenya was actually to pave way for Mukhisa Kituyi. That coup had the blessing of Raila Odinga. That coup had the blessing of President Uhuru Kenyatta. Whether it succeeded or not is something we can't tell as at now. But the mere fact that it was attempted, and these guys actually now finally separated from Moses Wetangula, it means they were paving way for Mukhisa Kituyi. So Mukhisa Kituyi is going to emerge as the regional kingpin from the larger Western Kenya region. So that's something which I'm not ruling out. Number three, which is my last point, I'm also trying to convince myself that politics is a dirty game, and that these guys are doing this to lock out the deputy president from Bungoma County. If there's any area or any region in Western Kenya where the deputy president is having a field day, is actually in Bungoma County, because Moses Wetangula is now with him. In Kakamega, of course, Okuparanya is there, he's dealing with him. In Busia, that's Raila Odinga, will just deal with him. But in Bungoma, the deputy president has been having a field day. So these guys are deciding to lock out this guy. Let us bring Mukhisa Kituyi. And Mukhisa Kituyi has been brought on board. And the aim is very simple. Once it's brought on board, what's going to happen is that Mukhisa Kituyi profile is going to shoot up. So the people of Bungoma are going to believe that one of their own is running. So people will sit on a table. And on that table, the discussions will be who is going to run for the presidency. So it might be him, it might be someone else, it might be someone other else. But the question would be, you've been away from the political scene. How lucky are you to just come and become the presidential candidate? So those are some of the reasons, the game plans I think these guys are playing. But I also don't want to rule out the possibility of Mukhisa Kituyi genuinely trying to contest for the presidency of the Republic of Kenya. Whether it's going to succeed or not, we can't tell that as at now. But we are going to wait to see how the events are going to unfold. I don't know what you think, but I just have one question. Do you think Mukhisa Kituyi, who is a former cabinet and who is a former cabinet minister in this country, who is a former member of parliament, can actually bring change to this country? Do you think he's going to do things differently? Let me know your thoughts on that matter. And if you're watching this video for the first time, please take a second or two, click subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue to thank you guys for your continued support. I'm happy that you guys are nowadays sharing the videos, giving your comments, and also giving the videos thumbs up. It really helps the channel. And again, those who are not happy with the ads, I'm contemplating of even doing away with them. Thank you guys. But for now, if you support the channel, I don't see any difficulty in just watching my video for 3 minutes. Then an ad pops up. I don't think if that's really inconveniencing, because I also put a lot of energy on this. Thank you guys, and please, may you enjoy your day. Bye-bye.